And have you ever seen her trophy run?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
So we had a discrepancy on the number of races that she competed in as well as number of races that she has won, because she's raced at so many different tracks. And so the numbers I came up with, she's raced in over 200 races, has won 101 races. That's including heats and mains, but a win is a win, right?
Right.
Finished in the top three in 74% of her races.
It's pretty impressive.
8 track championships, 1 state championship. That's for someone who's been racing for 6 years, who's only 13 years old. And I know there are kids out there that have those kinds of numbers, but can't be a lot of them.
No.
I mean, what's your thoughts on that? That's just amazing to me.
Well, I think the commitment that her family has shown from day one is paramount to that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it started as a hobby,
Yeah.
but she's a pretty quick study, learns very well, very quickly, and listens to what the folks around her are trying to tell her. She's very coachable, and not only can hear it and understand it, but also put it into action. That's what I think is most impressive about her, is that you can explain to her what the car is getting ready to do, and she'll go out there and feel it and actually be able to translate that into going faster in the race car. She's done that since day one, it seems to me. I've seen the learning curves when she goes from the junior mini dwarf to the senior, then into the bando. I've been able to witness that firsthand when she was chasing down the McClinney race cars. That she just kept getting faster and faster and faster. And towards the end of the McClinney's run in the bando, Kercie was right there.
Yeah.
And so when she jumped from the mini dwarf, which the competition level is fair,
Right.
but when you go to the bandos where the competition level really takes a pretty big jump, she was able to be competitive within a year, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. What do you think her potential is? And I talked to Mike Griffith a little bit about this, and of course his attitude was, well, she's going to be moving into a different class, and kids change, and this and that, and he's right. But it seems to me, so I'm just curious what you think her potential is.
I think her potential's high. What changes when you go from local to regional, or local to or a smaller race car into a larger, like a junior late model?
Right.
A lot of these young men and young ladies that, these are kind of the best of the best, right?
Right.
I mean, we've seen state champions, we've seen the McClinneys, the Reef family, I think I'm pronouncing their last name correctly, with the junior late models. Those guys are moving into that, and it's kind of like the all-stars. The competition level not only does the financial investment and the time investment,
Right.
but the talent increases, right along with it. It's in direct correlation, right?
Right.
As the talent increases and you're moving up to the next level, so does that financial responsibility and the need for more sponsors. Do I think potentially, does she have a great opportunity? Absolutely. We talk about Danica Patrick not having an impact on motorsports. Well, I completely disagree with that, because now we're starting to see it.
Right.
It was a news story 15 years ago, but now we're starting to see that generation of all drivers,
Yeah.
not just female drivers, but Danica was the focus then, because it's such a male-dominated sport when
Right.
when she came into the picture, not only in IndyCar, but also NASCAR.
Right.
I mean, we know there's been one or two, but not on a national stage like that with great equipment like Danica had. But now we're starting to see that ripple in the pond really start to take effect, right? Haley Deegan is another example. I think coming right along at the right time. She's very marketable. She's a very talented driver. Also started on dirt in a sense, right, with off-road trucks. And you want to talk about sliding around. I mean, that's everything's feel and throttle control with those, right? Back to Kercie's potential. Yes, she has a tremendous amount of potential. What I've seen is, it's about a year or one race season before she's, competitive. I think if planning's done right, there's some financial sponsorships there that are willing to get behind her. I think she's got a good shot. And whether it's on the local level and doing it for the remainder of her adult life, or a shot at doing some regional and possibly national stuff, absolutely.
Yeah.